So, welcome to a special episode of the Swamp Inside Florida Athletics. I'm your co-host Anthony Beckman, my other co-host
Jerry Brown.
And batting third, your boy Marcus.
Marcus. We see you survive, and you, Jerry. We see y'all both survive.
That's right, man. Long day, but I'm glad we're here. I'm ready to talk ball, man. I'm ready to talk about this game we got tonight.
Yeah, man. One number, a little bit of rain. Power out for like 2 seconds, but we back now. It's Thursday, August 31st, 2023. It's game day. It's time.
It is time. We have finally made it after all of the off season of no football and pretty much finding dog shows to watch. Unfortunately,
no more dog shows. No more rent due tweets. No more two black Twitter debates. We here.
It's strictly ball now. It's strictly ball.
But since it is football season, I would say some of them dogs need scholarships because some of them dogs can run. But we are here for a big time matchup tonight. It is the rematch. Florida versus number 14 Utah. This time they're gonna do battle in Salt Lake City. That should be coming on T-minus 37 minutes. So
that's right.
We are going to do a special pregame show right in here for y'all, breaking this game down, keys to the game, and we're gonna get some predictions in. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into it. So let's get the big elephants out of the room right now. Injury updates for both sides. Start with Florida, as I tweeted earlier. Florida's starting center Kingsley Guakin will not be playing tonight, dealing with a high ankle sprain. Redshirt sophomore Jake Slaughter is going to get the start. They like what they've seen from him. He's had a great camp, and they feel confident in what he can do. And same with Najee Harris. You may possibly see him playing center as well. So they're confident in those two. And, hey, let's go ahead and break it down. So what do you think how do you think this affects the offense, not just the offensive line, but Graham Mertz in general, since he's going to be taking the snaps from Jake Slaughter tonight?
Pretty damn significantly. Like, anytime you lose your center, your starting center, it's never great because you need communication on your offensive line. This is an offensive line that hasn't played a lot of football together. There's guys with experience, but they haven't played a lot of games with each other. Plus, Kingsley, he's the most experienced guy that we have. Yep. He's been through the program for years. And in your first game with a grad transfer quarterback that has some question marks, you need him out there, protections out, and be able to just keep everybody in line. So it's gonna be a little difficult.
Yeah, man, I completely agree, Marcus. I think it's going to be something that, will build depth later down the road, but it's going to be a little tough tonight, I think, as far as communication. Hopefully we minimize the penalties that we have as far as, the cadences, false starts, lining things up. But I think it's an opportunity for the guys to build camaraderie and chemistry, and for Kingsley to even, see what he can do better while he's watching from the sideline and be a leader also. So it's going to be good and bad, but, hopefully it doesn't turn out to be a disaster at that end.
Hopefully, because, depth is cool and everything, and it's something we've lacked for years now, but depth is always great until you have to actually use it, especially what's on your offensive line.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think, he's the most experienced offensive lineman we have returning. So that's a lot of starts that you're missing. But like I said, the staff is confident in the guys that's going to be out there. I am as well. I've heard a lot of good things about this offensive line. So it's just a matter of, everybody, like you said, building the camaraderie, communication, just getting the push on the defensive line. That's one thing that I'm definitely going to be looking for tonight. So let's go ahead and on the other side. Utah quarterback Cam Rising will not be playing tonight. Neither will tight end Brandon Keithy. Both guys are out, and Utah is going to go with Bryson Barnes as a starter, but you will also see Nate Johnson play tonight. Nate Johnson brings a different element with his play. He's a dynamic runner, so that's something that they're going to be looking out for. And from what I've heard, Florida has prepared for all three quarterbacks, all three of them. So they probably had an inkling that Rising may not play. So they've worked extensively all through camp preparing for all of these guys. So how do you think that affects them going into this game?
I mean, they should be if they prepare like the way they said they have. They should be all right. But like again, with the whole Cam Rising thing, the boy tore his ACL in January, and it's August now. Did anyone really think he was going to play? And if
Right.
he did, was it going to be effective? So let's get that out the way now. But as far as Barnes, the other guy goes, Barnes played in the Rose Bowl. He stepped in. He looked okay, fine. Our guy brings in a little bit of element of running. This isn't the athletic enough defense where they should be okay. Just send the damn house and call it a day.
Yeah, man, I agree, and I think something I'm looking forward to watching tonight is, over the last 2 to 3 years, we've had troubles containing dual threat quarterbacks, guys that can really run. And Cam Rising was one of those guys, but hearing that Utah's other quarterbacks can also move, I think it's going to be important to see how, not only how well we pass rush, but how well we contain outside. And I want to see the safeties make big plays. I know Jordan Castell's a guy that's a ball hawk. He's going to have a lot of playing time. So it's going to be an opportunity for these young guys to show what they got, man, especially in a, pretty hostile environment.
A lot of young guys, so it's definitely going to have to do it.
He's actually going to be starting, Jordan
Yep.
Kessler. So that's a big time move right there. If you guys saw the depth chart and saw him in the starting lineup, it's not a surprise. He's earned it. He's definitely earned it, and I'm excited to see what he does out there. You also know who else I'm excited to see out there. That's a young guy. Just so happens to be wearing number 3. No, it's not the player that's in our background picture right now, but it's freshman Eugene Wilson III, or should we say Trey Wilson?
Trey.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I'm excited to see what he does tonight. I think they can find a lot of ways to get the ball in his hands. He's a dynamic player, and so what are some? We're gonna dive into the keys of the game right here. So, what are some of your keys to this game on both sides?
Stop the run and run the ball.
That's pretty much it. Stop the run the ball, and when the big plays are there, I'm a firm believer in when you're playing on the road, you got to execute on the big plays. If it's there, take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, take the momentum early and don't give it back, And I think another thing, I want to see Billy Napier call a better third quarter this game. I think last year he struggled with calling third quarters at times. If he can come out and call a great game on offense on third quarter, that'll be great. I want to see Armstrong call a full game as well and utilize the talent that we have, the athleticism that we have on the edge, athleticism that we have at linebacker. So I'm excited to look at all that. I mean, I think those are the keys.
Yeah, most definitely. I really want to see what Billy Napier learned from year one. Because like Jerry said, like there were games where the running game was on fire. The Florida State game is a big example. Running game was on fire. FSU couldn't stop it. And in the beginning of the third quarter, we just started throwing the ball around the yard for no reason. When we had no receivers. So you gotta just find the high hand, find what's working, and stick with it. This is college football. It ain't that difficult. You just ride the high hand sometimes. And with the running game, we know we got in ETN and Montreal Johnson. We know what we got there. And the offensive line is going to provide a push against a talented defensive line from Utah. On the other side, we have a little more size now in the defensive tackle spot. Thank God. We have actual bodies there. Caleb Banks.
That's right.
Should be a big help. Cam Jackson should be a massive help there. So we're not like running with Gervon Dexter and just a bunch of freshmen out there fighting for his life like we did last year. So hopefully we should be able to hold the point of attack there. Linebackers are going to have to come up and tackle. That's my big question mark with this defense because I just don't know how well they're going to produce. Safeties, you're starting a true freshman and a true sophomore back there. When the plays are to be made, you got to go make them. Simple as that.
Yeah, I agree with all that. For me, what do we always say? Where does it always start?
It starts in the trenches.
That's
every time.
That is my key to the game right there. On both sides of the ball, who gains the advantage in the trenches with our offensive line and defensive line? Starting with the offensive line, I just want to see these guys get a push. If we're able to get a push on that defensive line, I feel like we're going to be able to run the ball all night. And also just make sure that we protect Graham Mertz. Make sure that he doesn't have to feel any kind of pressure where he has to make a bunch of quick decisions. I just want to see how these guys hold up, especially with Kingsley not playing. I'm especially looking at Jake Slaughter and seeing how he holds up. I think he's going to play well, but, it's his first career start. So, and against a pretty darn good defense. So we're gonna see early how he holds up. If he holds his own, I feel very, very confident in what this offensive line can do. And on the other side of the ball, you just mentioned some of the names, Marcus. Caleb Banks, Cam Jackson, the Memphis transfer, and Caleb Banks came from Louisville. Also, Chris McCollum, we may or may not see him. He's questionable as well. But we still have a lot of depth. Jamari Lyons is a guy that has taken a major step forward. And along the edges, we know we don't have Justice Boone for the rest of the season with the torn ACL.
Yeah.
Tyreek Sapp and Jack Pyburn are two guys I have my eye on at the edge because I feel like those two, if they're able to generate some pressure, it's a wrap. Especially when Princely Millen is on the other side, who's donning the number 1 jersey. So that tells you everything you need to know. It's the money year this year. He trying to have that big time season and get straight to the pros. And hey, those two stepping up, Pyburn and Sapp, them two stepping up, gonna take the pressure off Princely because now you can't double team him.
Hold up, AB. Before you finish your thought, Jack Palmer, where that boy from?
Oh my God.
He is from Orange Park, Florida.
Don't play with me like that. What's the area code?
Area code 409. I'm just kidding.
Nah, don't do that. What's the area code?
Legit hater of the 904.
904.
There you go. And what we say 904? What else we call Jacksonville? What else we call 904? Jerry, you know it.
If y'all want to, I hate to put my guy on blast. Sorry, man. Y'all want a legit hater of Duval and Jacksonville? Just look no further than Dan Thompson.
Dan hates Duval.
I hate I had to put you on blast, but you do.
Come on, Dan.
You do be side eyeing Jacksonville like they just that random. Yeah, you know what I'm getting at.
That's unfortunate.
If those two, Tyreek Sapp and Jack Pyburn, can generate some pressure on the other side, I feel very, very, very confident in this defense, really in this front seven, because I'm looking at Shamar James at linebacker, and I think he's primed for a big year as well. Taraja Mitchell.
Scooby Williams, I'm looking at you as well.
You said who?
Scooby Williams, I'm looking at you as well.
Oh, he must have a big year. There's no excuse.
I think they're going to use him in different ways, helping rush the passer as well a lot more. And Taraja Mitchell, the Ohio State transfer, brings in a lot of experience, a lot of leadership. So I like this front seven. Questions are really in the secondary. We got, you just said, a true freshman and Jordan Castell, and true sophomore Miguel Mitchell in the starting lineup. Want to see it? We'll see what that looks like. I think that they have the ability to make plays. For me, in the secondary, it's all about tackling. I want to see us wrap up and tackle. I don't want to see any missed tackles out there. Corners, we got three legit guys that we know of in Jason Marshall Jr., money year, Jalen Kimber, who's also going to be starting on the other side, and then Devin Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Three we know of. Mm-hmm. And Devin, by the way, is 6'3", 6'4" now. Don't know what he's been eating this summer, but he grew.
I tell you what,
and they will actually be playing a lot more man coverage this time around. Thank God.
Yes.
Yeah, Corey Raymond has the whole secondary room, so we will be playing a lot more man coverage. Thank you, Jesus, for that.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out on Jakeem Jackson and Dijon Johnson as well, two true freshmen that came in and have really stepped up and made some big time plays in fall camp. So you may see them out there tonight too. This staff is really, really, really high on these guys.
What's the classification they be for viewers?
They're freshmen. They're true freshmen.
There you go, because that right there is the story of this game, obviously, because it's a lot of these guys' first game in front of on the road. And this is going to be the story of the season, because some of these guys might not look as great early on, but get to around game 7, game 8, they'll start look like they got some experience under their belt. They'll start looking good. Other guys might pop a lot earlier, like guys like Castell, who's going to start. Guys like Tony Livingston, who's going to start tight end for us in 12 personnel.
Is he going to? Because sometimes the depth chart can be a little
like I said, 12 in different personnel groups, he'll be out there. He might not. But point being, a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, some transfers in here. It's pretty much a whole different ball club than what it was last year in a lot of respects. So
I'll tell you what, I think, Marcus, do y'all remember the 2014 season when we had true freshman Tease Tabor. We had a young Keanu Neal. We had a young Marcus May. We had all these young guys, but super talented. But we weren't sure what they were going to do, And I think we had one seasoned veteran. Who was that? Jabari Gorman, I think it was.
Jabari Gorman at safety, and then you had Vernon Hargraves III was a sophomore.
Yeah, so not a lot of experience in that back end, that's for sure.
Yeah, but Quincy Wilson was a freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mostly freshman.
And that was one of the best defensive backs, groups that we've ever had. And then they continued to be great further down the road. So I think just like when Marcus May gave that big touchdown against Miami in 2013, everybody hated that man. Like it was busted coverage. But give these guys a chance. Hey, it's true. And I think we're gonna get a chance to see Kamari Wilson shine in certain areas and positions, especially if he's in the box. I think he's gonna be a very, very good downhill tackling safety. Or we have other guys like Castell and Miguel, hopefully, making plays in the back end, in coverage.
Yeah, man. So it's a lot. It's a lot to dive into when you think about it. You think about how young this team is, but like we said, they're super talented as well. And on top of that, I'm gonna just say it: they have a much better coaching staff to help them as well. Correct. So I don't know. I think that's of course gonna help, but if you followed this team all off season, that's a quiet confidence within that room, within that building. Yeah. Not just from the players, but from the coaches as well. You can see that chip on their shoulder. It's there.
I hope it is. They won 6 games last year. I hope it's there.
They went 6-7 last year, and the year before they went 6-7 as well.
Yeah, the last 2 years.
That's awful.
It's like if a chip is on your shoulder after those seasons, man, I don't even know what are we doing here.
Well, I will say last year was, kind of a throw together year.
Yeah, true. But again, this is damn near 14.
It really wasn't a whole lot of Billy's players. I mean, and Billy's players were the best players last year, so that tells you a lot. But just feel like this is a different feel. Like, I don't know, I just got that feeling, man. Like,
it's called excitement.
Like, it's just different. But one thing I'm looking for with Graham Mertz is how they ease him into this game. I feel like that's what they do. Ease him into the game, keep his confidence up. You start off with some easy plays, get the run game going. You get the run game going, that play action pass is going to look really good out there. That's all I
think Billy's going to take shots early, bro. I really do.
It really wouldn't.
Like maybe to open up.
Really be calling plays sometimes. He probably will take a couple of shots here and there because sometimes his game plans can be a little scattershot. Well, not scattershot, but like it's like it goes against conventional wisdom at times. Because like this is a quarterback you have questions on. He has the arm and he can throw the ball anywhere, but it might go to the other team considering his history. But you never know.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction. If he starts this game off with the shot down the field, it's gonna be a play action deep shot to Caleb Douglas. I'm calling that now. If he does that, that's who I think is getting the ball. Because that's somebody that we've heard has had a great camp, but nobody's really talking about.
Oh, Caleb's nice, man.
After that drop against FSU last year, so I mean that's kind of how it went.
That's true. How many sacks will the Florida defense get tonight? I'd say 3 to 4. They'll be falling a lot. But Princely only gets 1 or 2, and Watson could be a put. You know what? We didn't even bring up Desmond Watson. I think Desmond Watson is going to have an impact in this game tonight too, because knowing that Bryson Barnes is going to get the start for Utah tonight, we know that they're probably going to be running the ball a lot. And we had Jerry, you weren't able to join us on Monday. We had Alex on. Said the guy out for it in the running back room for Utah is Jaquindon Jackson. And I went back and, of course, looked at some of the film again. Converted quarterback playing running back.
No.
This dude is pretty good. This dude is really good. He's a player.
He nice?
Yeah, he is. So I think Desmond Watson is going to make an impact in this game too, because if he's able to, stuff the run, call it the middle, and forcing the run, force Jackson or whoever's playing running back to run where they don't want to go. Now you open it up for the linebackers to fly to the football. So, yeah, I agree a whole lot with this comment right here, especially with Watson being a playmaker. 3 to 4 sacks. I can see that. I can see it.
Playmaker. I don't know about playmaker, but he will help clog the middle.
I think he's going to call the middleman. I think
that's how you're a playmaker.
I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see a lot of big days, clogging for sure. I'm looking for strip sacks. We got to get 1 or 2. I predicted in I think it was Swamp Recruits, my guy. He asked about a prediction. I said we're going to score a defensive touchdown tonight. So in order for that to happen, we need a scoop and score. We need a pick 6 or something like that.
Yeah, because if you're on the road, especially against a top 15 team that doesn't lose at home like ever, you're gonna have to make some big plays. You're gonna have Jerry's turnovers.
I got something for y'all. Here's a question: if a pick 6 happens, who gets it?
I don't even know. They're not throwing Jason's way. I know for sure.
Jordan Castell, he does exactly what C.J. Henderson does his freshman year, and gets a pick 6 first game.
That is a really good one. To see, I was thinking more Devin Moore, Jalen Kimball, but you said Jordan Castell. I could definitely see that.
Guy's an athlete, man. He can fly.
And he played corners last year in high school, so there's the versatility right there. He has the coverage skills. They put him at corner, he shut everybody down, knowing he was safe. But he's a ball. He's a playmaker. So
the coverage skills, got the instincts. Just a little experience. He'll make a play here and there. I'm fine with him.
If he gets a pick, I'm definitely gonna be hyped for that.
I just realized it's 7:43, so y'all, we're trying to hurry, man. I know everybody's excited about the game, so you'll get to some predictions soon, bro.
Go ahead and get our predictions in, Jerry. We're gonna start with you since you weren't on the show on Monday.
Jerry.
Okay, man. Okay.
So, ring
the alarm. All right. So I got my Gators winning 27-17. I think we get a defense touchdown. I think Montreal and Etienne have a good night. And I also think one of the freshman wide receivers score a touchdown. So, 27-17.
All right. I guess I'll go. I'll say it's going to be a lower scoring game. Is because of the quarterback questions on both sides. I'll say 23-20 Florida. Running game takes over. We do just enough in the run game on defense to hold them down. Graham Mertz doesn't make too many mistakes. He'll just keep the chains moving. He'll get everybody in the right spot. He'll check out the right plays. It'll be a solid, nondescript, but efficiently quarterback game for him.
Me, I'm going to go, of course, I'm going with the logo. Y'all see it?
Let's go.
Florida, I'm going to say 28-24. I think Graham Mertz makes enough plays where, like you said, he'll move the sticks, he'll hit the checkdowns, he'll hit the intermediate throws. He's going to make the throws that we need him to make. But I think as the game goes on, I think Montreal Johnson and Trevor Etienne will wear this defense down, and they're going to be the key guys for this game tonight. But I do agree. I think one of the freshman wide receivers scores a touchdown as well. But, yeah, it's a great pregame show. We wanted to do this for y'all. Big game like this, everybody's going to be watching. It's 7:45 on the East Coast. Jerry is nervous. Mark
I am nervous.
As you see me, cool, calm, collected, confident.
Okay.
That's why.
What? Because of what?
Because you're King Copium.
King Copium.
I don't have no kind of coping mechanism. That's not in my vocabulary. I'm just cool, calm, collected, and confident.
So copium. Hope and copium.
AB, you should be the most nervous out of all of us. Reason being, you said we're going 7-0 going to that Georgia game. I think is what you said, right?
I think I was the only one on the show that said that.
I kind of did too, but like very, very cautious.
Okay.
extremely cautiously. Check back after Tennessee, and we'll see what happens with that. But
facts.
It's one of those things where if we get those games out of the way, it's not implausible that happens. You know what I mean? So if you get those speed bumps out of the way, if you don't do the whole Kentucky banana in the tailpipe routine you've done for the last couple of years, you should be okay.
Right. We will be back with the regular show next week. This has been a great show for y'all. We got our predictions in. We all finna get ready to go support this team. Watch on television. Some of us might be live tweeting what's going on as members of the media. And some of us might be getting ready to make another burner account.
Not me.
Ain't me.
Not me.
But we'll be back with y'all. We'll see y'all next week. We're gonna leave y'all as we always do. God bless y'all. Go Gators. Y'all stay safe out there. Prayers up to everybody that was involved with the hurricane. Hope everything is well. Hope there's not too much damage.
Absolutely.
So just pray that everybody's okay. Y'all, COVID's going up a little bit, so y'all wash your hands, wash your face, stay safe. Marcus,
I hope you wash your asses before this game.
Yeah.
But more importantly, eat good, drink good, go Gators, right over left.
Right over left. Let's go. Already know.
Y'all already know. Y'all stay safe.
Here.
God bless y'all. Go Gators, and we'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a good night.
Be blessed, y'all.